Hello everyone, welcome back to another video in my channel Dragon Emperor, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to stop your game from crashing if you're using an iOS device and maybe even other devices, whether you're using Windows 10 Edition Beta or Android devices for some cases. So this should really help you and make sure that you do not crash pretty much at any point of time during the game. And I'm currently using an Android device, but don't worry, I have tested it out. Wrecking uses an iOS device and you used to crash all the time, but I made sure that I figured out a way to prevent it from happening. I think I've even figured out how it's happening, and don't worry guys, this helps and this method works regardless what version you are on. I'm pretty sure it works even if you are before you having a version of Minecraft before 1.0. It even works in 0.16, even though Mojang said they did or they would fix it and the next update for 0.17. There is still crashing and wrecking still keeps crashing. So I was wondering what was happening. So the way I figured it out was I actually played Minecraft on his device for a while, and then I never crashed. I played for at least a whole hour straight and I did not crash at all. But then the moment Wrecking played, he crashed. In fact, he just crashed, which is what I wanted to show you. So in a second it will say he left the game because he crashed. There we go, it said. So I promise you he did actually crash, not just normally quit the game. He did crash. So the way this works is for some reason on iOS devices or maybe in other devices, your render distance or FOV is set too high or too low. So like I said, you probably, I know I didn't say before, but if some of the videos probably say about the render distance, saying that if the render distance is too high, then there is a good chance you're going to crash and you might want to turn it down. But that's not the only thing I'm talking about. In the very latest update, that is Minecraft 1.0.2 that Mojang released quite a few days ago, at least when I'm recording. So yeah, if you're having one of those versions, then if you have Minecraft 1.0.2 and you're still crashing, then it's to do with your FOV, not just your render distance, but mainly your FOV, which is what you want to correct, and also your render distance, regardless, even if you're a previous version and even this version. So if you want to start off with, I'm going to start off the FOV, which you want to do. So quickly just go to settings. Doesn't matter what device you're using, Android or iOS. Just scroll down to this video part and then go down to even further. They will show advanced video settings. You have to click it first. Actually, even let's just say if I can get it back, because you're going to have to click something. Going to say show advanced video settings. Okay, it's over here. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to change my brightness, but there we go. This is what changes your advanced video settings. It'll be switched off like this. You're going to click it on, and then you can go here to change your UI and your FOV. So I've set my render distance to 8 chunks, but what you want to do is change your FOV between this range. So either keep it at 70, 80 or 90. You're going to have to play around a little bit. So the way I figured it out was I normally keep my FOV around 90, but Wrecking likes FOV way high, so he kept it all the way to 100 and he crashed within 2 seconds of his gameplay. The moment he changed the FOV greater than 90, so I'd say that 90 is about the maximum, but 80 should be fine. Sometimes you may be able to use 90 but not 80, so you have to play around a little bit. I checked, so it's either 70, 80 or 90. I'm guessing if you're using like iPhones, and maybe it's around 80, but if you're using like iPads or something like that, it's maybe around 90 or something. So I keep mine around 90, which is what you guys probably should experiment a little bit. And once you've done this, once you've done this, you may also want to check out your render distance. So first, once you change your FOV, check if your game still crashes. I know it's a little bit less information. I'm not telling you guys exactly how to do it, but trust me, it's not only to do the render distance. You can keep your render distance all the way at full and your FOV a bit lower, and it should still work. So Wrecking has his FOV set at 80 exactly, but that way he's able to keep his render distance quite a bit high. In fact, I keep it at 8 chunk just like that. Doesn't really matter. He's kept it at 12, but his FOV is at 80, and he seems to be able to be playing fine without crashing, which is why I suggest you first play around the FOV around 70, 80 or 90, and if you still crash, then you want to change your render distance. If you just want to change your render distance at first, you could, but at this way you can keep a higher render distance at just a different FOV, and that way it's not that bad. 80 is not that bad, even 75, 70 is bad, but I guess 80 is not that bad. So if you're still crashing after 70, 80 and 90 after trying all these different FOVs, you might as well keep it at 80 or 90 depending on your choice, and keep it at least at 8 or even below. So I keep it at 8 anyways, but you can keep it whatever you want to. I'd suggest 8, or in case 6, doesn't matter. It's honestly your choice, but play around with the FOV a little bit depending on 70, 80 or 90. I'm pretty sure you don't have to try every single number like 71, 72. Just play around with 70, 80 and 90. Go around the world, jump around, sprint, use potions, splash them everywhere, use lingering potions, spam your world, jump around, do some parkour, place blocks like crazy. And if your game does not crash while doing all of this because of FOV, then you're pretty much fine. And make sure you're not using any add-ons. If you're using add-ons, then you might want to remove them at first and then try checking out if the game still crashes. That is basically what matters, or depends on when you're trying to use your iOS device and it is crashing. This works for pretty much everything. So if you're using even an Android device and it is crashing for you, do not bother. Just change around your FOV, play it around with a little bit, and if it's still crashing, use your render distance. Just change it instead, and that way your game should be working fine regardless of what version you are on. If you're in 0.16 or 1.0 or even 1.0.2, this FOV thing really works for 1.0.2, but I believe it should work for previous versions. I haven't really tested it out for previous versions because I can't. There's no way to, go back to previous versions, so I'm kind of stuck on this version, but doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure it should work. And if you're in the really old versions of Minecraft, which I doubt, I'm not sure how that's possible, but if you are, then I think you can only play with your render distance. But yeah, that's basically what's causing the game to crash. Not sure because of the RAM or whatever, but that's what like I said, you want to play around the FOV if possible. If it still crashes, then change your render distance. That's all that matters. So yeah, if this still doesn't work, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm pretty sure it should be able to be it should work, but if it doesn't, let me know and tell me what you're doing when your game crashes, and I will fix the problem as soon as possible. So do not worry. And in fact, I'm planning on making a lot more how-to videos just like this, or problem solving videos. In fact, a lot of people have actually asked how to place invisible bedrock, and there are several videos on that. But what happens if you accidentally place invisible bedrock and you want to get rid of it and you can't, because you just can't break it? Even in creative, you just place blocks right through it, you dig the blocks right through it. So that's basically what happens, but I know how to fix it, so, and how to remove invisible bedrock. So if you have any questions, just tell me, let me know in the comment section down below, or send me an email through my email channel, dragonemperor@gmail.com. I will leave it down in the description below, so you guys can do so. Send me a map. If you want to contact me, you can do it in several ways. So yeah, hopefully you guys learned something from this video, and I really helped you. I wish I could. Hopefully I did help you. So if you have any problems, just ask me, and I'll see you guys all later. Bye guys.